Hey there, fellow wood shavers. Brian here with the Wood Shave Experience. Thank you for tuning in today. Welcome back to the channel. I took yesterday off and I didn't shave at all. I was running way late, and so I looked at the clock and I'm like, you know what? If I'm not in my office by myself, I'm walking around the building, I'm wearing a mask, so no one's gonna notice or care, and nobody did. So yesterday was a shave day off. So I am shaving with 2 days growth. And I am lathering up in my giant Roger Quintero 3D design bowl printed by my brother-in-law, which is ridiculously large. I'm trying the T3 Trafalgar and by Simpson, which looks a little bit bigger in comparison to the bowl, but not much. Really, honestly, ridiculously large. So I have some soap in here. And it's really hard to see because it's white, a white bowl and white soap. I think there's like a hair in there or something that I actually can't get out. So I'm just gonna keep working it here. And the way I put water in is I just kind of drop it in. And I'm gonna go to town, see if I can get some lather out of here. It looked like when I first started, I wasn't gonna get a whole lot of lather. But now as I'm working the water in here, it looks to be just fine. So you can see maybe a little bit more lather starting to form there. This is just kind of how I do it. I just work it around. I had a request to see this bad boy in action on camera, so here I am. So Seth, this is for you. And so we are starting to get some lather. Again, it's kind of hard to see, but there's lather on here. I've lost a couple of, surprisingly, a couple of synthetic hairs. That's probably my wife's hair somehow got on the brush, but this has shed a couple of hairs, which kind of surprised me for a synthetic brush. But anyways, hope everybody's week is going well. Yeah, I just woke up yesterday and I looked at the clock and I was like, you know, I really just don't have time. And so we skipped it. Got up early today, did my Peloton ride, 45-minute ride. So still running a little bit late, but gonna try to squeeze this shave in. I don't want to go more than a day without shaving. So there we go. I just keep working it around. I need to add a little bit more water here. So I have my sink, I leave water in my sink, and I just kind of scoop it with my hand a little bit and drizzle it in. So my son said, "Dad, you're making your hand look like an excavator." And I'm kind of like, yeah, kind of like an excavator. A little scoop going on. So we're starting to get more and more lather in there. So again, just kind of, yeah, my other bowl is like a blue and it's ceramic, but it's really, totally appreciate my brother-in-law making this to begin with, but, and I didn't even think about it until I used it for the first time, but it does make it a little harder to see the soap. And then when I was lathering on Monday, this is a softer soap that I'm using today, which I will reveal momentarily. Because I started this video kind of half ready to go here, and I don't have everything lined up like I normally do to show on camera. So we're doing a little winging it today. So welcome to the new subscribers. We have hit over 300, so thank you very much. Truly do appreciate it. I never thought when I started this that I get 3 subscribers, let alone 300. So, you know, those of you that tune in on a regular basis, and those of you that comment a lot, I've gotten to know you guys over the last few months, and really do appreciate it, appreciate the interaction. And another shout out to Maddie Lindholm and Gary, Mr. G. The two of them gave me a shout out on their channel, as I mentioned on Monday. And some of their subscribers, watchers, navigated over to my channel through their channel. And So there we go. We got some lather in there. So anyways, those of you that are new, those of you that found me through Maddie or Mr. G, appreciate the subscription and welcome aboard. Those of you who've been around a while, thank you for your continued support. And I'm having fun, so as long as I'm having fun, I'm gonna keep doing it. And again, I've only been wet shaving, it's about 9 months now. It was around Father's Day of last year that I started. I got my first 2 sets of soap, well, 3 sets really for Father's Day. I got Dr. John's Flowers in the Dark, which is still one of my all-time favorites. And I got WSP, Wet Shaving Products Barbershop. Those are my first 2 where I started out with, and then I bought WSP Vetiver. All right, so I don't measure the amount of water in here. As far as soap, I just kind of scoop out. I got an old baby spoon from my kids. I just scoop out, I'm gonna guess it's probably 1/4 to 1/3 of a tablespoon. And then I know some of my soap's better than others, so some I put more soap than others, because I know, like for instance, Maddie's soap, I need less soap to get as much lather. So there we go. I mean, I think you can kind of see we got quite a bit of lather in the bowl. So we're gonna call this good. And then this kind of will hold your brush like that. So I'm gonna turn it around. I think we're hydrated enough. All right, so for today's shave, we're gonna go back to 345, surprise, surprise, Shipwreck. And we're gonna use the matching splash. That's what we have all lathered up. This is the new Trinity base, and I'm looking for something else. I am looking for a razor. Yes, we will use, since I didn't prepare very well, actually, let me be right back. Gotta go under the sink here. We're gonna pull out the Karve, and this is probably, I don't know, I should have changed the blade, but I didn't. So this is probably a 2nd or 3rd use Nasset blade in here. So I'm gonna wet the face and we'll get started. So I kind of gave away by what soap I'm using, what we're doing today, but oh well, I wanted to use this again. A couple of things, and this is where, you know, as a person, I don't know if I want to say I'm a reviewer, right? But I'm providing content on a channel that people are watching, and I do want to be honest about my experiences. So 345 soap has been fantastic. Last time I used this soap though, I kind of felt a little bit of I don't know if I was getting a little fragrance burn, and I had never experienced that before. So I really wasn't kind of sure what was going on. So I didn't comment on it in the video. But then I saw a couple of Facebook posts saying that some other folks got a little bit of burning on the face. So as I'm going to be giving this away, I'm just being honest with you about my experience. Now, I don't know if it's fragrance burn, because I've never had it happen before. So I wanted to use this again because I wanted to see if I had that same experience on my second use of this. So far, no burning, which I would have been a little bummed about, to be honest with you. But, and I've tried a bunch of 345 soaps before, and I've never had that happen. But I know fragrance burn is a thing. So we're on the C plate or B plate. Let's check. I don't even know. I'm discombobulated. We're on the B plate, folks. B? Yes, I'm telling you, my eyes are going. Harder and harder to read. Yes, B plate. I found as I'm getting older, I've been wearing contacts since my first year of college. Got into my first big giant classroom and realized I couldn't see the board. So I've been wearing contacts to see distance since then. And it's just been the last couple of years where I've started to have trouble reading, and so my eye doctor's been trying all these different things. A different strength lens in one eye versus the other, multifocals. Now I've got a multifocal in my left eye to help read, and I've got a regular lens in my right eye. So far I'm not getting any burning, so I don't know. Maybe a little tingling as the soap kind of sets there, especially the longer it sets, I think. I know that doesn't necessarily happen to everybody, and my skin's usually pretty not that sensitive. This is a great scent, by the way. It does remind me, I saw CDB, Chris do a video on this one a while ago, and I watched it after I did my first video on this, I think. Anyways, it does have a little bit of an eternity vibe. It's really fresh, really clean, a little bit of citrus. Scent notes are citrus, lavender, cardamom, oak moss, jasmine, cedar. It's an ozonic, fresh and clean, as John described it. I know it's sold out on his site. I looked, it was available at the Razor Company. I don't know if it still is, if this set is. All right, so first pass done. So not too bad, not as bad as, I'm gonna save my, I did find my sprayer. So this is just water in here. I like to just spray it. I saw Chris, again, CDB use it one time on his channel. And I thought, I'm gonna try that. So I just got it off Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the description if you're interested in checking it out. And it kind of evenly distributes the water on your face. So now that we've kind of done a pass, we'll put some more soap on and see. This is a pretty strong scent on this. I put this probably at least a 7. So there's definitely some fragrance in here for sure. So I'm feeling a little bit of tingling. It's not terrible. I mean, it's not such that I want to just wash it all off. It really is a fantastic scent though. And this is the Trinity base. So the Trinity base has, I think it's got camel, donkey, camel, donkey, and goat milk in it. So I think that's what makes up the Trinity. I did see that John's coming out with a new one called Bel Air at the end of the month, and that looks like a scent that would be up my alley as well. I didn't get White Buffalo. That didn't seem a scent that would be for me. Anytime I get that anise note in there, I get a little iffy. And I ended up buying that Strike Gold Shaves Sakura Rogue, which I use. And that has the anise as well as cinnamon and clove in it, which are typically no-go zones for me. And the soap actually, when I was using it, the soap actually wasn't too clove forward, but the splash was. And after I got it on, I was wearing it throughout the day. I decided that just wasn't a set for me. Too much clove, cinnamon, and anise in there for me. It just came out much more prominently in the splash than it did in the soap. All right, get to the third pass. And as we get to the third pass here, I'm gonna announce our winner. So I'm gonna interject the winner here, and here we go. Cody Craigs, you are the winner of the 345 soap set. So you can contact me either through Instagram if you're on Instagram and at the Wet Shave Experience, And you can message me there, or you can email me. That's how a couple of the past winners have gotten a hold of me. And the email address is my channel name, thewetshaveexperience@gmail.com. Pretty simple. It's possible I'm going to put a little bit more water in here. I might not have pushed the water enough. It really is hard to see the soap because I kind of put enough water and I eyeball it. So it is a little hard to see in the white bowl for sure. I'm gonna see if I can get my brother-in-law to make me one the next size down. He has some different colors. The other bowls he made me were too small. So we're honing in on the right size, and they were green. So I know he has other colors, but those 3D printers are pretty cool. It's interesting, the plastic or the material that it uses. I mean, they're on these like rolls, and it looks like the rolls of nylon for a weed eater. That's what it looks like. And this Karve is fantastic. I've used it several times on the channel. The B plate works well for me. This is neutral blade exposure on the B plate. And the NASA blade is great as my current go-to blade. And it seems to work well in a number of my razors, including this one. All right, so I do a kind of a hybrid thing on I don't do the true fulls pass against the grain totally. I just kind of pull the skin a little bit more. All right, same with the neck. I kind of do, there's some hairs that grow in some odd directions. All right, and I'm gonna rinse the face and we'll get to the post. All right, so we're all rinsed off. So I do a cold water or warm water rinse, followed by a cold water rinse. And I did get a little bit of stinging, a small amount. So maybe a little too high in the fragrance. I don't know. Somebody I think speculated on one of the Facebook posts in one of the groups that it could be the lye content. I don't know what it is, but it's not bad enough that's going to deter me from using the set. I really do enjoy the scent on this. And we'll get the splash going. So again, congratulations to Cody. If he does not message me, I'll give you a few days to message me. If I don't hear back from you in a few days, we will, or hear from you, not back from you, but hear from you. I will redraw on probably Monday, if I don't hear from you by Monday. Okay, so a little bit of stinging there. I don't know if that's just the alcohol sting or it's a fragrance thing with this as well. So I don't know. Anyways, that's my experience with the 345. A little bit different than my normal 345 experience in terms of a little bit of stinging and potentially some frag burn. But there you have it. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you folks soon on the channel.